5 warning signs to spot a real estate scam.
But we're going to get to all of that and more after our introduction, so stick with us on our channel. But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Troy. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, you know, call and text all the time, 252-327-3257. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. And this list is kind of fun to talk about today because one is the classic one we learned in law school, did go to law school. And then the rest of them are things we see all the time. So it's really kind of fun to say, hey, these are the warning signs. Be aware and don't fall for it, and what we can do to prevent so we don't fall for these scams.
Exactly. And we start with the one in the list. Stay tuned. The first one is a wire fraud that my wife said. And it basically...
I didn't say it. I didn't say wire fraud. You said wire fraud.
Wire fraud. Okay. The first thing is basically many of you, when you wanted to go to closing costs, and many of this scam company, they know that you are about to buying a house. Therefore, they keep sending you letters and emails because they know that you're about to do a transaction.
And they know that you're going to put down payment money down, closing cost money. So they know there's thousands of dollars at stake that they can potentially scam you out of. And these people are really good. They will make it look professional. They will know the closing attorney's name. They will know your lender's name. They will know your real estate agent's name. But still, they will give you the wrong information. So what do we do to prevent that information?
Basically, we need to make sure that this email come directly from your attorney at the closing table. At least in the state of North Carolina, we don't speak about all the states, but they always send a link via the secure link. No?
Right. So what we're going to do is you're going to ask us about this information. We're going to ask your lender if this is the correct information. You're going to make sure, because if they put the wrong wire fraud transfer down there, you cannot buy that home. You just lost thousands of dollars. So you want to verify with the people who've been working with you the whole time. So
Exactly.
Verification, make sure that you're not falling.
Therefore,
call the attorney directly. Make sure that is their number.
And also talk to a real estate agent. Make sure everybody in that circle are informed before you do taking an action.
Number two.
And number two is about fake listing. Mm-hmm. We got so many calls every day that some people, they call, hey, I saw this house for this price.
And it's not typically on the realtor.com or our website.
Exactly.
It's some other website that you've never heard of before. And they found it on Facebook. They found it on Craigslist. They found it on some weird, sketchy website that they had to pay a subscription for. Don't pay for a subscription when you get these things for free.
Exactly. And then...
what do they do?
Sometimes they get a price for like an unrealistic about the property value of a house. And you're looking at them. So are you sure that this is real?
And if you have that question, it's probably not real. Exercise caution, and just because it fits everything in your dream home thing doesn't make sense for what we're talking about. Does the math? It might make sense for you, the math, but does that math make sense for that property that you're looking at? And oftentimes that does not match. It is not the value of the home, and you're going to get scammed out of your money. They set it up to pull you in with exactly what you want at prices that you can afford, but they're not real. So always exercise caution. Don't pay for these websites either to see these unlisted properties, because unlisted is probably fake.
Exactly. The next one that we wanted to talk also is one of the responsibility of the attorney, at least as a state of North Carolina, is a title fraud.
Right. Now, since I went to law school and I was a lawyer, not in a different state, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. We have learned about this in law school since the beginning. So this is the oldest scam out there, but it still happens, where they pretty much will use a quick claim deed, which doesn't prove that they've taken ownership and created liens on this property. And now they're going to try to pass it on to you using a quick claim deed instead of a real deed. This is why in the state of North Carolina, we definitely have attorneys doing these title searches. And you'll have title insurance. So make sure that you are using legit people and you're not going to scammers. So you want to go to the legit ones that do property all the time.
Exactly. Therefore, the next one that is also on the list that many people I know that love it, foreclosure relief scam.
Now, in 2008, foreclosures were a very real thing because there was, people were underwater with their mortgages because there was bad lending. In 2023, it is not that at all. In fact, the opposite has happened. People are sitting in their homes at 3% interest rates. They're happy because they're paying $1,600, $1,700 instead of $2,700 on their home. They're not going anywhere, and this is not a foreclosure. They are in the best seats. So they are not going to be. The foreclosure rates are pretty much down, not up.
I mean, once in a while there are some foreclosure from the banks, and your realtor is going to tell you can find it online.
But these websites that promise you pay a fee and we will get you these foreclosure properties, scam alert, scam alert, scam alert. Do not fall for that.
Exactly. The next one that we saw it often, this is predatory lending.
Yeah.
And it just happened recently to one of our clients that they were buying, we were selling for them the house, and the lender from the buyer was crazy out of state with the crazy closing costs, like a $17,000 to $19,000.
Right. When our closing costs in North Carolina are typically about $4,000 to $7,000, when you see $17,000 or $18,000, that's $10,000 more. It's already kind of a sketchy thing. There might be a reason. It can be a reason. However, companies that charge high fees for financing and then they don't deliver at the end, and they don't have any way to non-refund, you can trust these people, and these people are scammers. I've seen it happen to where the scammers will come up with all sorts of excuses and non-refundable fees. I would never, like if you're dealing with trying to buy a home, we always recommend local lenders who we know are good. And you don't have to use. Online lenders are kind of, can be sketch, but they can be real. But these ones that we know of, that's why it's not like real estate. I don't make any money from sending you to a lender that I use. I make $0. I just know that these people are trustable and they can do the deal themselves.
Exactly. They have office. You can go visit them.
I don't care if they have an office or not. They're legit. They're real.
Exactly.
Because some people work from home. I don't care. My question is really, are they legit? Are they working for a legit company? Are they licensed? Are they actually not charging crazy fees?
Exactly. I hope these 5 scam alerts that we talk about the purchasing or owning a property or real estate was useful.
Yeah.
Don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357.
I want to add, my big takeaway with this one is never send large sums of money without double checking where the money is coming from. I feel at the end of the day, don't even spend $1 on something you do not know where that dollar is coming from. Especially when it's real estate, you can go to our website, you can go to a million websites that are completely free. They're not going to charge you to look at the thing. So don't pay money to try to get some sort of weird deal, because that's not going to happen.
Exactly. And support our channel and podcast by subscribing in it. And see you in next podcast and video.